All right, good morning. We're going to make some changes to the practice list today. Got the coffee with the 3 tablespoons of butter, cinnamon, 2 eggs, and some milk. The only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the guitar player level. Okay. So what we need to do is, I'll show you how I run this little list over here of what I'm practicing, because I just hadn't done it before the video. I'm going to uncross off what we did yesterday, go to my chord progressions list, see what my next chord progression in minor is. All right. So we'll go here, copy that. I keep a list of chord progressions that I'm working on. Put that there. This will be in D sharp. And then what we're going to do is, you can hang out. You want to sit? What we're going to do is we're going to change this whole section of triads, diads, arpeggios, and string skip sixths. We're going to take all of this out and start implementing those in the improv section, where we will be using those things in a systematic way. But for this whole section up here, this is getting too simple, and I need to make things faster. So what we're going to do, we're just going to call this split triads. And for now, we're going to do 1, 3, 5 triads. So before, we were playing, for example, we'll do it in the key of the day today, which is D sharp. We were playing, like, for example, D minor. What's this chord progression today? So it's not 2-7. It doesn't start on 2. I missed a chord there or something. Oh, 1. Today's chord progression starts on 1 minor 7. Okay. Cool. Do not hit that cable. Well, just don't. There's no try. Okay. So this would be... All right, so anyway, just done those for so long, we're going to get past that. So the next thing to do on these split triads is to do it like this, and this will be kind of hard, so I'm not going to run the metronome today or the backing track. I'm not going to also, when I'm practicing these, I'm not going to focus on which inversion I'm playing. I'm just going to play the inversion of the chord that's closest to the one that I'm currently on. And to do this in D sharp on this chord progression in this way will be kind of hard, so we're going to work it out together. These, for example, split triads wouldn't be 1, 3, 5. It's really voiced more like this. I'm going to turn my notes back on. It's voiced more like 1, 5, 3. So for example, on D sharp, it'd be... So, first fret on the D string, 3rd fret on the G string, 2nd fret on the E string. So it's basically string skipping triads, sort of like the 6th thing, except in that case it was only 2 notes each. Like for example, something like this. this will be, oops, that's major, so minor. Okay, so that's tough, but we're not here to make things easy, are we? Let's go up the strings this way, so. That I added the seventh, so I'm kind of just making it up as I go, but we're incorporating the idea that they're not, basically the concept is that these are not stacked triads. We're not just going like this. Just not doing that. Because the notes are too close together. So let's see. That wasn't bad. So see, on that one, I just left the third out because I'm kind of just doing a string skip. Which that's one cool thing with guitar is like you can just think of things as skipping strings instead of even thinking about it harmonically. Like I know what it is. I know that I'm playing a 1, a 5, and another 5, and I left the 3 out. But see, I left the 3 out, so it's not as dirty. You know how clean that sounds? I think that the second string should be more than a third away though. So it should never be like the point is moving that third up an octave at least, so. because sometimes we put the fifth below, then the root is almost okay right under it, but then the third has to move up a lot, so it'd be like, oops, so it'd be, so anyway, we'll do D flat in root position to D flat root position, B major, F sharp major, and C sharp dominant. So that voicing wouldn't be right, so C sharp dominant would be instead. We're going to play 1, excuse me, 5, 3, 1. Yeah, there you go, 5, 3, 1 on that one. That's so going to the next string set. I'm on start root on, or the root of the chord is on the 5th string. This is an inversion of D flat minor, so I had this one on these strings. Inversion here is, excuse me, D sharp minor. It's 5, 3, 1. Go to B major and go 3, 1, 5. So those first two chords again. Instead of 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3. So that changes the string set, but that's okay. The root's on the 5th string is how I'll think of it, I guess. Seeing these spread out is helpful anyway, so that's the main point. It's not about playing these fast, it's about hearing them and connecting them. Cool. That'll wait right there. So do this string set. I don't have that fret, so. So. Not going to F sharp, I'm going to B. What am I doing? All right, let's do that one again. Okay, turn it back down. Sweet. Cool. So yeah, this was going to take some extra time to get under my fingers today. Like I said, on this chord progression as well. By the way, when I make that coffee, it makes like a foam. So I'm not drinking this much coffee really. It's like this much and then foam on top. Same with that cup over there. So once it goes in the, it's really one Yeti worth of coffee. And once it goes in the blender though, it builds all this foam. So when you pour it, I just end up needing an extra cup. I'm not a psychopath. At least not today. All right, so. So now we're going to start in first position, also on D sharp, and work up with the root note of the chord on the sixth string. In this case, it's got the minor third below. Okay. Let's see if we can just do it on the fly. Ready? C sharp, dominant 7. So 1. No, that's not 1. That's the problem. So that's 5. That's really just C sharp major. The 5th and bass. Now what's interesting is all those fit right in one position. I wonder why we couldn't do that on these. I guess you can. Oh, it's because I didn't want to put the root in there. Oh, it was hiding this open position. Okay, so. good to do in just one position, because that's what I'm trying to see is them in one position. And then let's see. So that was B major, F sharp major, and B C sharp major. On those ones, it's skipping. That's going from the 5th string to the E string, by the way. 1, 5, 3. And the C shape if you're doing the cage system. In a second, we'll try to play here, string, root on the 4th string, root on the 5th string, root on the 6th string. And then what we'll do after this when we practice these is we'll go up to the next position of the first chord. That would be, that's my typical minor 7 voicing there for D sharp. But we'll be changing it around, so it's like, anyway, we'll do this position, work them this way, so we're working all the inversions in one spot so that we see all of them in that spot, and then go up to the next position of D sharp from there, do it here, next position of D sharp, do it here, etc. So for today, we'll just get this first position down. By the way, when you do, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I noticed that if I practice all of them in one position, that especially with things like inversions and triads and stuff, that it rotates around enough to where when I go to a different position, I kind of know them all already. They're just different root notes. So, for example, what was I guess I just mean to say I know all the fingerings kind of or close to them already because they're going to be reused as we go up the neck because guitar is isomorphic. Remember that. So exercises in one position are very useful. And let's go do this one again. This is with the minor 3rd in the bass on the 6th string. I also like these sounds this time of the morning. It's kind of relaxing. Clearly, Layla does too. Never had such a good practice partner. All right, so. The last chord is wrong, so. B major. Oh, there's the one right there. 5, 3, 1. All right, so split triads. First position, D sharp minor, 1 minor 7, 6 major 7, 3 major 7, flat 7 major. By the way, I've tried that flat 7 chord with the dominant at the end there. It's not a dominant. Let me see why. So D sharp. Or maybe it is dominant 7 chord. Let's see. Let's just play it regular like this. Dominant 7, so I should change that in my notes to that. Cool. Let's change that in this also. Oh, look, it has it. I just didn't copy it over. Okay. All right, so this is all we're doing today. It's a dominant 7th chord. So I'm not always playing the 7th in these cases. I'm going to stick for now to the 1-5-3 voicing that it shows there. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do. Split triads. And so we're going to do split triads over D sharp, 1 minor 7, flat 6 major 7, flat 3 major 7, and flat 7 dominant 7 in first position, starting with the root note of the first chord on the D string. Play through the progression here, and then put the root note on the 5th string, first position, anywhere that is, first position. Play through it again, and then go to the 6th string root, which in this case has the minor 3rd of D sharp minor down there, and do it there also. And then I'm going to try to come back as well and do that in one try. Let's see if we can do it in one take. With that, the fingering was fine, but let's see that again. So just to put it in my brain, I'm going to do 1 minor 7, flat 6 major 7, flat 3 major 7, and flat 7 dominant 7 in split triads, starting in first position for D sharp minor, which is the key of the day. Once we do it with the root on the 4th string, we're going to do the root on the 5th string, then the root on the 6th string. And then I might come back all the way if I get lucky and make it through all of that the first try. So that's it. Okay. I want to incorporate the that open position major 7 chord on the flat 6 there. So let's repeat that to myself again. So we're going to do in D sharp minor, we're going to do 1 minor 7, flat 6 major 7, flat 3 major 7, and flat 7 dominant 7 split triads, starting with the root on the 4th string in first position. Play them there in closed position, and then closed position, and then 5th string root, do it there, 6th string root, do it there. Not ready to just do that, am I? So let's do this, practice it again. See, that works, but I don't love that. do it anyway. We'll play the ones that come to mind, closest to the position. So again, D sharp minor. We're going to play the 1 minor 7, the flat 6 major 7, the flat 3 major 7, and the flat 7 dominant 7 chord progression with split triads, starting in first position with the root on the 4th string. Once the progression is played with the root on the 4th string, we'll go to the root on the 5th string and the root on the 6th string, playing whichever inversions fit the position appropriately. Okay, that was pretty good. Okay, so D. Let's put it on our. Get it down in your mind first, and your fingers will follow. So D sharp, minor 7, to the flat 6 major 7, flat 3 major 7, flat 7 dominant 7, split triads in first position, root on the 4th string. After I play that progression, I'm going to go root on the 5th string, whichever inversion fits the position appropriately, and then on the 6th string, same thing, whichever inversion fits that appropriately. And here we go. So, 3, 5. Okay, try that again. D sharp. Okay, so in the key of D sharp minor, we're going to play the 1 minor 7, the flat 3 major 7, the flat, in the key of D sharp minor, we're going to play the 1 minor 7, the flat 6 major 7, the flat 3 major 7, and the flat 7 dominant 7 chord with split triads, starting with the root on the 4th string, then the root on the 5th string, and the root on the 6th string, each through the progression, changing and using whichever inversions fit that position most appropriately. And here we go. let's get that and then we'll be done for today. So again, D sharp minor, we're going to play the 1 minor 7, flat 6 major 7, flat 3 major 7, and the flat 7 dominant 7 with split triads starting on the 4th string root of the chord, and then the 5th string, and then the 6th string, playing whichever inversions appropriately fit the position. And let's see if I can get through it. That chord would be again, let's get it down. D sharp minor, we're going to do the 1 minor 7, the flat 6 major 7, flat 3 major 7, flat 7 dominant 7 with what do you call them? Oh yeah, split triads. Okay, so again, for myself, we're going to, in the key of D sharp minor, we're going to play 1 minor 7, flat 6 major 7, flat 3 major 7, flat 7 dominant 7, split triads starting with the root on the 4th string in first position. Once we play the progression there, we'll go to root on the 5th string, play it there, root on the 6th string, play it there. Each time we change to the different string root, we will use whichever inversion fits that position. I think that's the best way to practice this. And let's see if I can make it through on the first go. What is that one? So I just have to play it like this. I keep thinking that it's only 1 string skip, for example, but it's 2. This is 1, 5, 3. D sharp minor 7, we're going to play the 1 minor 7, the flat 6 major 7, flat 3 major 7, flat 7 dominant 7 with split triads, starting with the root on the 4th string, then the root on the 5th string, and the root on the 6th string finally, with each change there using whichever inversion fits the position appropriately. And let's see if I can get through it. Here we go. Nice. Okay, so let's see if we can go through it twice. So D sharp minor 7. Let's slow down what I'm saying here. So D sharp minor. We're going to play the 1 minor 7, the flat 6 major 7, flat 3 major 7, flat 7 dominant 7 with skip triads, starting with the root on the 4th string in first position, then the root on the 5th string, first position, and the root on the 6th string, first position. Each time we change that string root, we will go to whichever inversion fits that position most appropriately so that we stay in this position here. Once I get down, I'm going to try to work all the way back up and end back on the D sharp one at the root on the 4th string. Let's go. String root. Let's do it again. Got it. See you tomorrow.